The history behind the bed bug sniffing dogs, for me at least, is I was a bomb dog handler in Afghanistan. A local pest control company had contacted me to train their bed bug sniffing dogs here in Massachusetts. I worked for them for about 5 years, and then I ended up buying our dog Sport here and doing this on our own. He's a 7-year-old foxhound. He's been working, sniffing out bed bugs for about the last 5 years. He was trained by a kennel down in Florida. He was already pre-trained when I got him. So we keep up on the maintenance training, and we make sure that during our training we try to mimic situations we see out in the field. So it's always an ongoing project when you're working these dogs. You're always trying to keep up with what you're finding out in the field and make sure that their proficiency level is very high. They say that the accuracy rate of these dogs is, in ideal conditions, is somewhere around 98%. Give and take depending on the environmental factors of where we're searching and stuff like that. His food drive is incredibly high, and that works out for us when we're finding bed bugs because he's a food reward dog. So whenever he finds bed bugs, he gets a treat for it. So that keeps him motivated to keep going and keep finding more bed bugs. He gets to eat more during the day, and he enjoys that. Usually, if we're going to work and I go to a job site, I usually get out of the car and go search, the area that we're going to be searching to make sure there's no hazards to the dog. And usually as soon as I walk away from the car, he'll start howling and he knows it's time to go. His final response on finding bed bugs is actually scratching. So basically he'll put a paw up and really dig his nose into where the bed bugs are located, and then he'll come running back to me for his treat. It's becoming a bigger problem, and some people have said that it's becoming an epidemic because the amount of bed bugs that are present nowadays. There's a lot more around because of world travel is so easy nowadays. Public transportation is way higher than it used to be. And it's really a numbers game when it comes to picking up bed bugs. If a seat on a bus is switched over 20 times a day, it kind of just ups the odds that you could possibly bring one home. The dogs actually smell the bed bugs through pheromones that the bed bugs give off, and that's what we train them to sniff out. So it's only live bugs and viable eggs. We train them or proof them off of dead bed bugs and the fecal matter that they leave behind. So we've searched everything from hotels, motels, multi-million-dollar homes to firehouses, prisons, schools, nursing homes, anywhere that anybody is, laying their head down at night, we could find bed bugs. We don't just find them in beds. We've had situations where we find them in dressers. We found them in walls a few times. It can be very difficult to find bed bugs depending on the location and the environmental factors of the house. If you really need to, make sure the dog can look in areas that a lot of other people won't look. And sometimes the way odor works, you need to get the dog's nose fairly close to the bed bugs. They're not very big and they don't give off a whole lot of odor depending on how long they were there for. The dogs right now that we use, we keep up with the training so well that they're becoming such a valuable tool fighting bed bugs and trying to eradicate the issue. We'll never get on top of it 100%, but we do a great job finding bed bugs and making sure that people can sleep at night knowing that there's nothing biting them.